won't be a war. I'm quite convinced of that.
September the 17th. British Civil Defence deliver to the public, for the first time, details of the hazards to be expected from radioactive fallout.
Good morning, madam. Would you please read this booklet and carry out the instructions carefully?
But what is it?
It's a civil defence booklet, your protection against nuclear attack.
But I...
Good morning, madam.
You would receive less radiation in the middle of a tall building than you would receive on the top or bottom floors, because there would be more distance and partitions between you and the source of the radiation, the fallout particles which would cover the roof and the ground around the building.
It's been estimated that by the time an incoming missile attack could be confirmed to the British National Siren System, there would remain before impact a warning time of approximately 2.5 to 3 minutes. And should the attacking missiles be launched from submarines lying off the shores of Britain, the warning time could be less than 30 seconds.
The solution is plain. Fallout shelters are the best defense against nuclear radiation. Whether in a home for a single family...
Yes, I suppose I would.
With the knowledge of the first atomic explosions to guide us, our chances for survival will be far better than those of the people of Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Yes, I suppose I would. Yes, I suppose I would.
Last sequence of firing.
This is a tactical nuclear missile. It has a warhead equivalent to 1 Hiroshima bomb. It is called an Honest John.
The Honest John, the mate, the corporal, the Pershing, the sergeant, and if things don't get better soon, all these weapons are going to be slamming away a nuclear warhead, and then God help us all!
Yes, I suppose I would.
This family couldn't afford to build themselves a refuge. This could be the way the last 2 minutes of peace in Britain would look. Miles of fire resulting from the heat of a thermonuclear missile which has exploded off course on its path to London Airport. Chief Fire Officer of Chatham. Already, 3 of his appliances have been smashed, gutted, or overturned. Already, 17 of his 60 firemen have been crushed, burnt, or killed by flying debris. This is a firestorm. Within its center, the oxygen is being consumed in every cellar and every ground floor room, to be replaced by the gases of carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and methane. Within its center, the temperature is rising to 800 degrees centigrade.
amounts increase, so do the dangers. The amount of energy generated by a nuclear explosion is enormous. Near the crater area, there is almost total destruction from blast and heat. And now, large amounts of pulverized debris and molten earth are pulled up into the mushroom cloud. This is where radioactive fallout is formed. The radioactive atoms produced in the explosion join with the particles of earth and debris. The mushroom-shaped cloud forms and climbs higher.
The first fallout dust settles on Sheffield. It's an hour and 25 minutes after the attack. An explosion on the ground at Crewe has sucked up this debris and made it radioactive. The wind has blown it here. This level of attack has broken most of the windows in Britain. Many roofs are open to the sky. Some of the lethal dust gets in. In these early stages, the symptoms of radiation sickness and the symptoms of panic are identical.
No, there won't be a war. I'm quite convinced of that. No, there won't be a war. I'm quite convinced of that. No, there won't be a war. I'm quite convinced of that. I'm quite convinced of that. No, there won't be a war. I'm quite convinced of that. There won't be a war. I'm quite convinced of that.